You will see a fantastic goal, and the fans are not bothered that was a fantastic goal. They're like, well, he should have scored that goal from last week like that, shouldn't he? Like,
there was points when they were booing Cristiano Ronaldo,
exactly.
And I was like, I just don't get it.
Exactly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Q&A X-Tra. We delve deeper into a topic from this week's Q&A. Now, Angelina, this week's question comes from Vikram Iyer. It's a rather interesting one, and there's a few angles to it. Do you think Zidane will be the manager at Real Madrid for a long period of time, like Wenger at Arsenal?
I think the whole Wenger at Arsenal, Fergie at United, I don't think you see those types of things as often anymore. No. And I don't see that happening, I'll be honest. As much as a player like Zidane, Real Madrid is like his club, his kids are playing there, he's managed, he's played, he's done it all with them. He has the credentials to be that type of manager that's at a club for the rest of his days, but it's just not the way things work anymore, I guess. Yeah. And it's not necessarily just that, as a manager, maybe managers want different experiences. There are a lot more kind of options worldwide now. I mean, you go back to when the Wenger and the Fergie days, the leagues maybe over in the US weren't as appealing, or over in the Middle East or China, etc. So there are more options for managers that are maybe going to entice them. And I also think with clubs, like, football's changing and clubs want to move in different directions. As much as Zidane has been fantastic, there might come a day when they want to move in a different direction and Zidane doesn't fit that mold that they have. You see that happen. I mean, you see so many good managers that get sacked and you think, hang on, what's happened here? I mean, perfect example that comes into my head was like Van Gaal at United. I mean, yes, maybe it wasn't the most exciting football, but he won a trophy and then it was like, right, yeah, see you later, mate. Yeah. Things happen. So yeah, I think with that, I don't really see him being there long term. I think his contract is at the moment until 2022. I think I've read somewhere that obviously due to the current situation with the pandemic, etc., they've kind of ticked a box that he'll be there next season. And you can see why they would want him there. But also, for him, he's kind of won everything. I mean, he took a step back from it all. And you kind of feel like he kind of swooped in as a bit of a superhero, like, right, I'll come back and help you out for a bit, but then I'm really leaving then, guys, and you're on your own. He clearly has, a desire to maybe go off and do other things. So yeah, and like I say, he's got nothing to prove at Real Madrid, really. He's won everything. Maybe he wants to stay and get a little bit of order kind of in place with players like Bale potentially leaving, and there's a little bit of a clear out that maybe needs to happen, and maybe one or two names being brought in. Maybe he is going to be there to secure that kind of team and then take a step back.
I just feel like you're right that the days of the Fergie and Wenger thing are over. Because football is becoming so much more about money and results that you need, especially at the top. Zidane could have one poor season and he's gone.
Yeah.
You just can't be afforded the kind of time that you used to be. And I think it tells when you look at the longest serving managers in the Premier League, and you've got Sean Dyche and Eddie Howe, who anywhere between basically 17th, which isn't being relegated, anywhere between 17th and just outside the European places was fine. They get money for playing in the Premier League. They're trying to build an exciting team with good players, and there's not so much pressure. And I think the pressure at the top is so big that players now have a bit of a shelf life. Two seasons, maybe one season without performing, and suddenly there's talk about you getting the axe. Antoine Griezmann, perfect example. Tanguy Ndombele at Spurs. If players aren't performing within 1 or 2 years, they cut their loss money-wise, clubs, and they move them on. And I think the same thing's going to happen with managers. It's not doubting Zidane's ability. It's just saying that doesn't happen in football. And I think as well as this, what we have to realise is Fergie and Wenger are not the norm. That is not normal to be that good at your job and
Consistently.
continuously evolve and develop consistently over 22 years Wenger was there, 26 or 7 for Fergie. That is not normal. And one of the biggest things that Alex Ferguson did was overseeing transition of players, of coaches, adapting to the differences in the league, being able to identify and recruit the right players for what he was doing. They didn't just stand still. You know, the whole club moved forward and developed. And I think that's a massive thing about Fergie that's underrated. And coaching techniques change and players change and football changes. And I just think, I'm not even sure if it would be in anyone's interest. I mean, would Zidane, he didn't, first off. When something goes wrong, would he stay, what is it about, you know, you leave as a hero or you stay long enough to see yourself become the villain? I think is the quote. I have no idea where it's from. It's probably from a movie or something like that. But that was the thing. Zidane wasn't happy after the 2018 Champions League final, after 3 in a row, and thought, you know what, I'm not going to see myself go down with this ship, and he left. And I think that's far more likely to happen sooner rather than later than him staying for 20-odd years. It's
the curse of Real Madrid as well. I find, like, you know, you look at, I think it's a tough club to please. Like, the fans. God, yeah. I mean, I have been to Real Madrid games, and you will see a fantastic goal, and the fans are not bothered that was a fantastic goal. They're like, well, he should have scored that goal from last week like that, shouldn't he? Like, you know, there was
points where they were booing Cristiano Ronaldo, and I was like, I just don't get it.
Exactly. The fans expect a lot, and they have, you know, managers have been, you know, there's been a lot of drama, shall we say. So it's like you say, do you want to get sucked into that? And I just think Real Madrid are too demanding and just with unhappy fans that I don't think they would allow somebody to stay that long. I think they would find a reason to complain. Like, Zidane could be there for like another 10 seasons and like win loads of stuff, but they'll be like, yeah, but there was those 3 seasons out of that 10 where we didn't win La Liga, so you know what, get rid of him. So
exactly,
I don't want that for Zidane.
I don't think so. But for now, he's doing a fantastic job. Yes. And yes, thank you so much for that question. That was our Q&A Extra. Make sure you check out everything else that's going on the channel by checking around the screen. And yeah, for myself and Angelina, until next time, we will see you all later.